Straight to breaking news, and we're hearing just in the last few minutes that the professional wrestling and entertainment star Hulk Hogan has died.
I just love the business. There's nothing else like it. It's just magic. This is the most exhilarating experience you'll ever have.
Say your prayers and eat your vitamins. For millions of fans around the globe, those words weren't just a catchphrase, they were a lifestyle. Hulk Hogan wasn't just a wrestler, he was a movement, and today we've lost that movement. Wrestling icon and pop culture legend, Hulk Hogan has passed away at 71, leaving behind a void in the wrestling world that no one, not even The Rock, Cena, or Roman Reigns, could ever truly fill. In this video, we'll break down what happened, how the world is reacting, and go deep into the legacy, drama, and mysteries that made Hulk Hogan larger than life. Stick around, because this isn't just about wrestling, it's about fame, downfall, redemption. Let's start with the tragic news. On Thursday morning in Clearwater, Florida, first responders were dispatched to Hogan's residence after a report of cardiac arrest. He was rushed to Morton Plant Hospital, where he was unfortunately pronounced dead. Police confirmed no foul play, no suspicious activity. But still, the wrestling world was stunned. Hogan had just appeared at a wrestling podcast earlier this year, cracking jokes and reminiscing about his heyday. Who could have predicted this? Here's where it gets even more heartbreaking. Hogan had been quietly dealing with lingering health issues for years. Chronic back pain, multiple surgeries, and reduced mobility. But in true Hogan fashion, he powered through, keeping fans smiling while hiding his own pain. Isn't it strange how the strongest heroes often carry the heaviest burdens behind the scenes? Let's rewind to the golden era. The year is 1985. MTV is exploding, Mr. T is on every magazine cover, and Hulk Hogan steps into WrestleMania I, biceps bulging, blonde mustache gleaming, and the Real American theme blasting through the arena. Boom. Wrestling is no longer just a niche thing. It's mainstream, it's American, and it's cool. Hogan wasn't just a wrestler, he was a walking superhero. He body slammed Andre the Giant in front of 80,000 people. He co-starred in Rocky III as Thunderlips. He had his own cartoon series. He even had a cereal named after him. Audience interaction moment. Real fans, sound off in the comments. What's the first Hogan moment you remember? Was it WrestleMania? Thunder in Paradise? That time he guest starred on Baywatch? Now let's talk about one of the boldest moves in wrestling history. By the mid-90s, fans were tired of the squeaky clean good guys. The world was grittier. Kurt Cobain, grunge, anti-heroes. Enter Hollywood Hogan. He ditched the red and yellow, wore black and white, formed the NWO with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and boom, WCW started crushing WWF in the ratings. 83 straight weeks. That's right, Hogan, the ultimate hero, became the ultimate heel, and fans loved it. Little known fact, Vince McMahon reportedly tried to buy WCW during that time, but they refused to sell. Hogan had helped create WWF and was now helping destroy it. The irony? Delicious. But with great fame comes great controversy. In the late 2000s and early 2010s, Hogan's personal life spiraled. There was the ugly divorce with Linda Hogan, who later dated a 19-year-old, sparking headlines everywhere. Then the leaked audio tape that led WWE to cut ties with him temporarily.
I've been trying to help her. I've done everything. Fucking with him day and night on the radio like a jackass, and he's working with me to make it work. He goes that you really shouldn't call her every day and do the shit I do. The South Detroit, this billionaire guy, he's basically did more for her a year than anybody's done. Okay, he had one song after 10 months, so she's going back up and back and back still. And momentum, but I try to be the realist, and this is your option. You got a better option. Said you can get signed with fucking. He's gonna put some pot there. I go, but right now there's nothing else. We're doing the best we can. So it gets to the point where I really broke was fucking the black and son. We've been hanging out. I caught them holding hands together on the tour. They were getting close. I knew more. I don't give a fuck. Okay. I'm not a double standard type guy. I'm a racist to a point. Yeah. You know, fucking weird. But then when it comes to nice people, you know,
we all are that way.
Yeah, but when it comes to nice people, you can't say. I don't give a fuck. She's dirty. I don't care. Fucking hate football. Fucking really don't basketball player. If we're gonna talk with vendors, let's get original. wrong with that billionaire. But the thing is, now they start doing these nasty emails, so someone would ride their relationship. And so now don't ever want to talk to anybody. No.
For a time, Hulkamania was off limits, but he came back. In 2018, WWE quietly re-inducted him into the Hall of Fame. Some fans welcomed him back, others didn't. The legacy was complicated, but one thing was clear. Hulk Hogan had survived yet another heel turn. Do you think Hogan deserved his redemption arc? Should WWE have brought him back, or left his legacy in the past? Let's hear it below. Did you know Hogan had a brand new venture in the works? Yep, he was launching a bar opposite Madison Square Garden. That's right, the same arena where WrestleMania 1 took place. Talk about coming full circle. He also started Real American Freestyle Wrestling, trying to bring an old-school vibe back into a world dominated by high-flying modern athletes. It showed he never stopped believing in wrestling, and never stopped evolving. Fun fact, he also partnered with CBD brands to help manage pain, and even joked that it was his second leg drop to take out suffering. After his death, reactions poured in from every corner of the globe. The Rock tweeted, "Without Hogan, there'd be no The Rock. You paved the way, brother." Ric Flair tearfully said, "We were gladiators. Today, the arena feels empty."
People always wanted to paint us as enemies, but we were actually very, very close friends. And we kept up with each other on a regular basis. So I just talked to Jimmy Hart yesterday, and he was fine. To have this happen is horrible.
John Cena posted just one word: immortal. Even Sylvester Stallone, Hogan's co-star in Rocky III, shared a video reminiscing about Hogan's energy on set, calling him a storm of charisma. Which wrestler do you think was most influenced by Hogan's career? The Rock? Cena? Maybe even Roman Reigns? Drop your take below. So what happens next? Will WWE hold a tribute show? Likely. Will we see a documentary, maybe even a biopic starring Chris Hemsworth, who was already cast to play Hogan? Probably. But here's the deeper question. What is Hogan's legacy really? The champion who brought wrestling to prime time? The icon who fell from grace and clawed his way back? Or the eternal showman who knew how to play both hero and villain better than anyone? Maybe it's all of that, and maybe that's what made him great. Whether you were born in the 80s, 90s, or 2000s, you know who Hulk Hogan is. His energy, his drama, his larger-than-life charisma. It didn't matter if you were watching from the front row or your grandma's living room. And now, he's gone. But legends? Legends don't die. They live in our memories, our screens, and our hearts. So let's keep the legacy alive. Drop your favorite Hulk Hogan moment in the comments. Smash that like button if he ever made you laugh, cheer, or yell, brother. Subscribe for more stories that matter. From legends we lost to icons still rising. And remember, train hard, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and never stop believing in the power of Hulkamania.